I believe that video game coins will soon be widely used as currency in real life, along with cryptos like Ethereum and Bitcoin. And this might sound like a crazy proposition, but already we're starting to see examples of real life places going, maybe we should start to accept cryptocurrency. And once we have really massive games with just like explosive player bases that kind of just permeate a lot of society, there's going to be no reason not to start to accept these currencies once games prove their economies are sustainable. So we have a lot to get to in this video. If that sounds good, remember to hit a big thumbs up. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Jake. I've been covering the crypto gaming space for over 2 years. I am also an investor in the future and have made over $1 million investing in stocks and cryptocurrency, and I'm glad that you're here along joining me for this journey as I research on ways that we can potentially profit off of the future. So there's one specific piece of news that I want to get into that sparked this video idea. But before we get into that, I want to share with you the concept that first sparked this idea in my own mind. And it came from reading Ready Player One from Ernest Cline. In the book Ready Player One, the Oasis money, known as credits, is portrayed as being useful both in the virtual world of the Oasis, where a lot of people spend a significant amount of their time, but also in the real world. In the story, the Oasis has become the dominant form of entertainment, education, and commerce. And as a result, the credits used within the Oasis have become the primary currency of many transactions. And in the book, it's portrayed that the Oasis currency is actually far more stable than most government-backed currencies. One of the main characters, Wade Watts, is a poor teenager who lives in the slums in the real world. He spends most of his time in the Oasis like most people, where he has amassed a fortune of credits eventually through various means accomplishing tasks inside the game, such as completing quests and then selling virtual goods. Wade knows that his credits can be used to purchase real-world goods and services, and eventually moves to the big city where he has faster internet connection and can complete the quests that he's on inside the book. So all of a sudden, just from playing a game, he now goes from having no money in the real world to having a lot of wealth in the real world. Overall, Ernest Cline portrays the Oasis money as having significant value in both the virtual and real worlds, and it serves as a powerful tool for characters like Wade to improve their lives. Now, what is this piece of evidence that kind of signifies that the real world, the world that we're all living in now, might be moving in the direction of the world portrayed in Ready Player One? Well, Gala Games, who is the sponsor of this video, just made an announcement, and that is that Gala is now usable for the first time at a hotel in real life. The announcement was just made by Benefactor. If we hop over to Discord, he said, "This hotel just agreed to accept Gala for all purchases. More news and hotels and restaurants coming soon." So Gala Games knows that giving more utility to Gala in the real world is where the future is headed, and is going to make people value playing Gala games in the virtual world more, because they know there's real life utility to the Gala that they can be earning by participating in these Web3 decentralized games with real ownership. So let's check out this hotel that just decided to accept Gala for all purchases. It is called Oxygen Jungle Villas, Escape Your Secret Oasis. It looks pretty cool. Winner of 2022 Travel's Choice Best of the Best. #1 best value of the 104 places to stay in Uvita, Costa Rica. So I guess if you want to have a really cool vacation, honestly, this place looks super peaceful and super cool. Food looks great. Wow, that looks like a super relaxing place to have a massage. So this just goes to show you the direction that things are heading in. It's not just a dream, but now there are real life things that are starting to back this up. Quickly, a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Gala Games. I believe it is the #1 player in the crypto gaming space right now. They are trying to be a Steam competitor that gives players real ownership for Web3, and they have so many awesome AA and AAA games launching on their platform. And I really think that if you guys have not yet created your Gala Games account, connected to the ecosystem, join the Discord, then make sure you're doing so using the link in the description. They already have a couple games playable, including Spider Tanks, Townstar, Superior, and then they have playtests for a bunch of other games that are launching on the platform soon, periodically. So yeah, make sure you guys are joining this ecosystem if you have not already, and joining that Discord to stay up to date. Now back to the video. We saw when Axie Infinity started to get really popular in the Philippines, so many different physical locations started accepting SLP as payment. And it was fine because they could then take, like the store owners could then take that SLP, translate it into US dollar coin or whatever currency they would rather hold, and they got the transaction fine and the gamers were happy, and a lot of stores probably got more business because people could like literally be playing Axie Infinity while shopping in the store and buy something with the SLP that they just earned. Now, unfortunately, the experiment went wrong with Axie Infinity because it was very inflationary. It didn't have burn mechanics, and that meant that it was a pyramid scheme. It constantly needed new people to come in the bottom so that the people already in the system could continue earning. The way that you make crypto games not pyramid schemes is you just make them balanced. All it is you have to create a balanced real economy that doesn't have any hyperinflationary aspects, and then all of a sudden a game can last long term, and when a game starts to get really popular, it's not going to burn out, and then you have an Axie Infinity like thing, an Axie Infinity like game that is not going to burn out after a year or something of getting super popular, but can last decades. Well, that is where you start to have people, store owners are like, well, not only am I going to accept this currency, but I might just hold it. It's actually like doing a lot better than the US dollar over the last decade that I've been accepting this currency. And all of a sudden, I think people's minds, the shift doesn't happen at once, it kind of happens over time, but people's minds start to change and they start to value US dollar and Gala on a like similar transactionatory level, where they're fine holding both as a transactional currency. But this is a long way away. Right now, cryptocurrencies are way too volatile, I think, for people to feel comfortable holding. People would much rather hold US dollar, and it could be that way for the majority of our lives, but I still think that the kind of trajectory that we're on is straight towards the world that Ernest Cline describes in Ready Player One, and that is really exciting. So if you guys enjoyed this video, once again, remember to drop a big thumbs up. That really helps us out in the YouTube algorithm and tells other people that this video is awesome to recommend. And then if you're not subscribed yet, what are you doing? Make sure you hit subscribe if you want to stay up to date on the future of crypto, gaming, real money, more like realism in video games, I think, is what this really brings us. It gives players power through ownership. If you want to keep learning about this space, then you should really check out this video because it describes all of the basics of like fundamentally what is this space and how does it work and how can it be sustainable in far more depth. See you guys next time.